And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Learning from Pictures series. In this series of classes that I hold every Friday, we learn to describe, compare, contrast unusual photos of unusual situations. All these photos that you see are real. These are actual photographs, even though they might not look real. They are real. You never know what you're going to find and what story it may reveal. So what I'm going to do is help you by giving you suggestions about how to describe and what you see, and even help you approach the pictures in different ways. I'll explain what that means in just a minute. First, let me do just a quick introduction so you know who I am, and we'll get started. Let me get my name on the board, then I'll give you the material, and we will get started. Here we go. Give me a second to get my name on the board, everyone. I keep saying the board. There's no board. We're in a classroom. Why do I keep saying board? It's not a board, it's a screen. There we go. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on the Verbling chat window, if you click on the link, I mean to say, in the Verbling chat window, you'll go to my profile page where you can see all my upcoming group classes, and you can also, of course, schedule a private tutoring class with me. In the private classes, I will create a personalized learning plan for you to help get you to your goals as soon as possible. So think about that if you're interested, and send me a message in the vocabulary window, not the vocabulary, in the message window, and I'd be happy to find time for you. By the way, just so you can see, you can follow me here on the follow button on the left side, or you can send me a message by clicking the message button on the right side. Follow on the left, message on the right. Okay, so let's get started. I need to give you, I'm going to put the pictures on the screen, and I'm going to show you an easy way to go about describing these kind of things. Give me just a second to open the material, and then I'll give you the link, and then I also want to say hello to everyone and make sure that I say hello to especially some new faces that are out there. Give me just a second to open this up. Well, it's loading. We'll wait for that to load. Let me say hello to everyone first. So first of all, welcome back, Sylvia. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine, thanks.
Very good. And Semen, nice to see you, Semen. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. And Karam, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher.
Very good, very good. And Jose, how are
Hello,
you?
John. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. And
Very
you?
good. Thanks for responding. I'm doing very well. Let's say hello to some new faces out there. We've got Mr. Constantine. Hello, Constantine. How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Where are you from, Constantine?
From Russia.
From Russia. Very good. And who else is out there? Oh, Radik. I forgot to say welcome back to Radik. How are you, Radik?
Yeah, hello, John. I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Nice to see you. And we have Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel. How are you?
Fine, and you?
Very good. Where are you from, Emmanuel?
I'm from Paraguay, South
From
America.
Paraguay. You mean you're from the Paraguay in South America?
Yeah, I'm from Paraguay in South America. Yeah.
You're not from
Yeah.
the Paraguay in Europe. You're from the Paraguay in South America. Yeah.
No, it's only one Paraguay. I think that is in South America, nearby Brazil and Argentina.
Exactly. That's why I was saying, why are you telling me South America? I know where Paraguay is. We all know. And how is life in Paraguay? Good? How's life in Paraguay? Good?
Yeah.
Good. What do you do in Paraguay?
It's a Mediterranean country. We don't have beaches here, but it's an incredible country.
Hmm.
Just 2 weeks ago, the Pope come here to visit
Oh,
us.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
He was in Paraguay and Bolivia. He did a little tour. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Wasn't he in Bolivia too? Because Evo Morales gave him a crucifix.
Yeah, he was in Bolivia 2 days before he came here. Was a nice time for us, for all of us.
There you go. Very good. Well, he came home because he's from South America. He went back home, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah,
Okay. Great to have you here, Manuel. And also Natasha, nice to see you as well. Welcome back.
Hello, thank you. Good to see you too.
Okay, so look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give you the link to these pictures, actually, because you'll see why. So I want to surprise you. I don't want you looking ahead, but I am going to share them with you. I can give you the link later on if you really want. And what we're going to do is this. We're going to start off when we describe things by using the vocabulary that we have, just to describe what we see. In fact, in the past, I've assigned you particular questions. So I'm going to do something like that in the beginning. But there is going to be one big difference between this class and the other classes. This class, all the pictures have a very similar theme. I want you to tell me what they have in common. After you see the second one, you'll already see what they have in common. Okay? And give me just a second, because I want to put an example of some of the things that I'll be asking you in the chat window. Give me just a second for that. Give me just a second. I've got to open another page. It's a little bit slow. It's opening. Ah, here it is. Okay, so if you look at the chat window right now, you're going to see 5 categories that we've used in the past. I think you're going to see this. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Take a look. Let me see if I can. I'll number these for you. 1 is the knowledge question. 2 is about your comprehension. And what we're doing is, by assigning these different questions, you're going to be looking at the picture in different ways. In fact, you're going to start by just looking at the most obvious things and saying what they are, and working up to evaluating or coming up with your own opinion. So take a look at these 6 questions. The knowledge question: what items or people can you name with the vocabulary that you know? The comprehension question: this will be a second person. What's happening? What's really going on in the picture beyond the details? What do you think the reality is if you were putting yourself in that situation? The third question is an application question. Take the vocabulary we've been talking about, use it to write a caption. If you were looking at the picture in a newspaper, what would it say? And then 4, 5, and 6 are very similar. You can analyze it. Where do you think the people are? That's making an educated guess. Synthesis is coming up with something new, your own idea about the picture. What might the people be thinking? An evaluation is making a judgment. Here I gave you an example. Are they too young to play soccer? If this is an ethical or moral judgment. So how you feel about the situation. Okay? So, and I'll be giving you feedback throughout. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say hello to Rohan. Hi, Rohan. Nice to see you.
Hello, teacher.
Okay, let's get started. Here we go. Sylvia, you were the first in class. The first question goes to you. And the question is, what items or people or things can you name with the vocabulary that you have? And here's your picture.
Okay.
What I want you to just tell me what you see. What can you name with the vocabulary that you have, Sylvia?
It seemed to be a really big face, a sculpture. And next to this sculpture, there is a woman.
Mhm.
And then a little boy, maybe?
Mhm.
I think it's a restoration of or something archaeological that they found
Okay.
in the 18th century. So maybe it's in Greece.
Mhm. So next to sculpture is a woman and a boy, you said. Okay, and then you went on to speculate a little bit.
Yes.
Perhaps it's a restoration, you said, restoration. In the
A discover of something. Then
restoration of a discovery. Yeah, so take a look in the chat window. That's what you said, right?
okay.
Yeah.
What are my mistakes?
I didn't say you made any mistake. I just want to give you suggestions. I didn't say you made any mistakes. Did you make any mistakes, Sylvia?
Maybe.
Maybe. Like you can't say it seemed to be. You have to say it seems with an S, right?
Okay.
It seems
Yes.
to be a really big face. I just have a question. Does that seem to be a face, or is it a face?
It is a face.
It is. It doesn't seem to be a face. It is. It's, or it is. Let's see. It's, or I see a really big face, right? Pictured, I could say. Pictured in the photo. Now you could say it seems to be a sculpture, because you're not sure. And next to it, I'm rewriting as I say this. Next to it is a woman and a small boy. Perhaps it's a restoration of. When you say discovery, what do you mean?
When they found something new. Maybe this face seems really ancient, so maybe it's a Greek sculpture.
Oh,
And they
okay.
discover.
So perhaps the restoration of something they discovered because the face seems ancient, he said. Yeah? Okay, good. So here's the after version. You've got the before and the after. Class. When I give you a correction or suggestion, then that gives you the version that a native speaker would probably say. Your job is to take both texts, put them in your notes, and test yourself later. Okay? We'll talk about what the picture is, but compare. Look at your original tomorrow, and then see how many of the changes you can recall. Then look at the version that I did for you, and see how many you got right. Okay, very good, Sylvia. So let's go on to comprehension. Sylvia already speculated a little bit, but Semen, let me ask you the comprehension question, Semen. What's really going on in the photo? What's really happening in the photo? What do you think?
Someone took a photo of a woman and the boy near the sculpture.
That's true.
And the woman touched the sculpture. Her hand. And what else?
Get beyond the details and tell me what's really happening. What's the situation, you think?
Situation.
Yeah. Sylvia said that they found an ancient Greek sculpture. Probably this is an ancient Greek sculpture. Do you think they dug up an ancient Greek sculpture, Semen, or do you think it's something else?
I think it's great. Not found.
You think it was created? Okay.
Maybe something building, and this is like element of big sculpture.
Okay, good. An element of a big sculpture. Okay, very good. Sculpture. Okay, take a look at your original there, and I'm going to give you a few suggestions. Give me a second here. I'm gonna talk through them, but then I'll give you a copy of the text. Okay, someone took a photo. Let's make that sound more like a native speaker, Simen. I could give an attitude word like obviously. Obviously, someone took a photo of a woman and a boy near a sculpture, not the sculpture. Now, the next part is a mistake. You said woman touched the sculpture. You have to say the woman because she's specific. First you say a woman, then after the second time you have to say the. The woman, it touch or is touching?
Touching.
Is touching. Is touching. The woman is touching the sculpture with her hand. Then you say perhaps, okay, then we use the language of speculation, and you used a good word, perhaps. Perhaps it, the sculpture, was created, not found. I'm going to change that to rather than found. Another way to say not. Perhaps it was created rather than found. And maybe it's, whoops, it's part of, you could say element, it's okay, but maybe it's part of a bigger sculpture that's not finished yet. Something like that. So I gave you a few suggestions there, and take a look in the chat window and you can see those suggestions. In fact, read it back to me and tell me if it's clear. Read it back to me, Cement.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, but read it back to me. I want to hear you say it.
Okay, obviously someone took a photo of a woman and a boy near a sculpture. The woman is touching the sculpture with her hand. Perhaps it was created. What is it?
Rather than.
Rather than found, and maybe it's part of a bigger sculpture that's not finished yet.
That's it.
Why two of?
Why? Oh, it's a mistake.
Okay.
It's a mistake. Sorry.
Okay.
Rather than is another way to say not. So I changed not to rather than. Okay. Very good. Very good. Let's try one more. This is our application question. So Rohan, in the application question, I ask you to write a caption for the photo. You can agree with everyone or you can disagree with them. You should use some vocabulary that you've heard, and you can add your own vocabulary as well. So the application, if this was a newspaper, Rohan, what would the caption read? You know, the little line of text under a photograph is a caption. What would the caption say, you think?
Ancient sculpture found in ancient Egypt.
Very good. Ancient sculpture found, oh, I'm going to write this for you, found in ancient Egypt, yeah? Very good.
But I've now used 2 times ancient. Can I use, for example, amazing or remarkable, or doesn't matter?
Here's the problem. How could an ancient sculpture be found in ancient Egypt? You mean found in modern Egypt, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So the word ancient is the problem, not Egypt. I mean, the word modern, right? Because it's the picture's got to be, well, not that modern, but not ancient.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So, class, before I tell you the answer, does anyone else want to guess what we're looking at? Does anyone else want to venture a guess? Going once? Going twice? Nobody? Oh, okay. Here we go. Radek, I want you to read the caption for this photo. Are you ready? Are you ready, Radek?
Yes, I'm ready.
Can you read that for us?
Okay. People posed next to the State of Library as it was unpacked in 1886.
Statue
Statue.
of Liberty.
Oh, Statue of Liberty.
What is the Statue of Liberty, Radek? What is it? Where is it? Where do we find it?
I don't know. Statue of Liberty.
Class, what city is the Statue of Liberty located in?
Yes.
Yeah.
In New York City. You
Yes.
got it. New York City is the Statue of Liberty.
Yes, I see.
So is this ancient Egypt? No. Is this an ancient Greek sculpture? No. Are you surprised by that, Radek?
Yes, I'm surprised.
It is a little surprising, isn't it? And let's see if we can take a closer look. Give me a second here. Let's see if we can get a closer look of the Statue of Liberty. Give me a second. Give me just a second. I'm going to share my screen if I can. Give me just a minute to do it. I'm going to change the picture. Give me a second. Almost 1 minute. There we go. I want to see the face of the Statue of Liberty. Let me see if I can go in a little closer. See what it looks like now.
Interesting. Famous of sculpture.
Yeah. Oh, look, here's another picture from the same time period.
Oh.
See it? This is when it was still in France being built, right? And let's see if we can get a close-up of the face. I want to get a really close-up. Hold on. Close-up face. See if we can find a picture of it right now. These aren't really that close. Well, this is okay. Let's take a look. This one's okay. Let's compare that one to the one from 1886. Let's take a look. There it is, in 1886. Surprising, huh?
Yes, yeah.
All right. You never know what you're going to find. So this is the Statue of Liberty right after it was shipped to America in pieces, and they had to put it back together again. I wish this was a color photo, because the Statue of Liberty is not the same color as it was when it was sent. Now it's green. I think that was very bad planning. It wasn't originally green, you know? Radek, what do you see in this picture? Let's start with our comprehension question. What items or people can you name with the vocabulary that you have?
To me, this picture made via old camera.
Yeah?
This analog camera, of course. I see one man. Maybe he closes window. Maybe open the window.
Why? Why is he doing that? How old do you think this picture is?
Excuse me?
How old do you think the picture is? How old?
Very old.
Hmm.
Maybe 18.
1800s, we say.
Yes, 1800s.
Yeah, 1800s. I'll put this in the chat window for you. Take a look in the chat window. That's what you said. And I'm going to give you a few suggestions. Okay? So first of all, let's get rid of the question there. This, what did you say? You said this picture. This picture made. So this picture was made. You need the verb to be. The picture was made, or even better, was taken. We take pictures, Radek. This picture was taken with an old camera. So we have to add the verb to be, and we need to add an article. An old camera. Not I see one man, but I see a man. See a man. And maybe he is closing. Not he closed, but maybe he is closing the window. Or maybe opening it. So notice that I don't want to say window twice. I want to say it the second time. And then you say it's very old. It's very old. Perhaps from the 1800s. Okay? And you can also say the 19th century. 19th century. You can say that two ways. I want you to look at the changes I gave you there, and I want you to read it back to me. Let me hear you say it one time, please, Radek.
I don't see text in the chat window.
You're looking at the wrong chat window. Click on the blue box on the left side of your screen where it says Verbling, the blue box with the V in it, and the Verbling chat window will open.
Yes.
In fact, if you wait a second, I'll show you what I mean. Over here, this blue box here, click on that. If I click on it, it closes and it opens. So you got to click on that button. Can you do it?
Yes, I do it, but I don't. I see only the text "Hello class" from Rohan Atman.
Oh yeah?
I don't see your text.
You have to scroll down to the bottom. You've got to click the scroll button and go down to the bottom. Probably it's that. Okay?
Scroll down.
Yeah. Oh, you opened the wrong chat window, Radek. You opened the Google chat. You need to open the Verbling chat, which is the blue box on the left. Okay, look, for today, I'll paste the copy in there for today. But remember, you've opened the wrong chat window. That's why you don't see it. But I'll put it there. Okay.
Yes, I see now.
I know. I put it in the wrong chat window for you. You're looking at the wrong one. Read that back to me, please.
This picture was taken with an old camera. I see a man. Maybe he is closing the window or maybe opening it. It's very old, perhaps from the 1800s.
That's it. Or the 19th century.
The 19th century.
Okay. And I want you to have a copy of your original text, too. So here's the original.
Yes, I see.
Put them both in your notes and test yourself tomorrow by looking at the original and trying to remember all of the changes. And then you'll notice that you've learned things like how to use articles. You've learned the passive voice. The picture was taken is the passive voice. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of features that you've picked up here that are good to test yourself on. All right?
Okay, thank you.
Very good so far, very good. Now let's go to Natasha. And Natasha, I want you to tell me what's really happening here. I want you to
Yes.
guess. What do you think's really happening in this picture?
It's really strange picture because I don't know. It was a long time ago. Maybe this man really doing really try opening windows daily by his long stick. I don't know. Yes, but firstly, when I only saw this picture, I thought that he washed the window because I think that it's not stick. Yes, I think that it's water and with it
Uh-oh, I lost
he
you.
trying to wash. Really don't know what he doing real.
Okay, we'll find out in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. I want you to take a look at your language, though. Take a look.
Okay.
This is what you said, right? See it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you a suggestion here. It's just a second. Maybe this man really tried. The problem is, if you speak a Slavic language like Russian, you don't use the verb to be.
Okay.
But we have to use it. So maybe this man is really trying. It has to be the present continuous because, Natasha, when we're all looking at the same thing at the same time, we say he is doing something. Even though he's not doing anything. This is a picture. But because we're looking at it in the present, we have to use the present continuous. So maybe this man is really trying to open windows, not by his long stick, with his long stick.
I see.
Then you said, firstly, I would say it's not really wrong, but it would sound better to say at first. At first, I thought he was, again, we need the verb to be, he was washing the windows. I don't know what he is doing for real. Okay, take a look at the changes that I made.
Yes, okay, maybe this man is really trying to open windows with his long stick. At first I thought he was washing the windows. I don't what.
I don't know, sorry. I don't know what.
Okay, I don't not know he is doing for real.
Exactly. I left out the no. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So remember, the key idea here is if we're all looking at the same thing, we will use the present continuous. Is doing, or if you want to talk about the past, what he was doing at the time of the picture. But if we're talking about the details, present continuous. Mr. Constantine. Mr. Constantine, are you out there? If you saw this in a newspaper, Constantine, what caption do you think would be under the picture? So imagine for a second. Let me see if I can spell your name right. I'm gonna take us some notes. Give me a second here. Imagine that you had to write a caption in the newspaper to put some context to this picture. What would you write for your viewers?
I can't imagine.
Be creative.
Maybe I think this man washed the window.
So when you write a caption in a newspaper, there's a picture with one sentence underneath it. That's the caption. And you have to have a really powerful sentence to get your readers interested in the photo. The photo will be interesting, but they want to know more. So you have to give me one sentence that you would put underneath this picture to let your readers know what they need to know. What would you say?
Maybe it's advertisement.
Okay. So
Uh, we can clean your windows every day.
we can clean your windows every day. Okay. Maybe. Maybe it's an ad every day. With our long sticks.
Our long sticks, yes.
There you go. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's an ad. Okay. Kerem,
Yes,
I want you to analyze this photo. Where do you think he is?
yes. I think he's measure the
Where? Where do you think he is?
yes.
Huh?
I can't hear.
Where? Where do you, yeah.
Sorry, sorry. Where? Uh, Maybe in Paris. I don't know. It's
Good.
maybe in Paris. I don't know where is.
Uh-huh. Why do you think he's in Paris?
I don't know. I think old picture taking in Paris maybe.
Hmm? Okay, very good. So I think he's in Paris because it's an old picture.
Yes.
And all old pictures were taken in Paris, right? They never took old pictures in Turkey, only in Paris.
Yes.
Okay. Let's find out the truth. Bam, can you read the caption for us? The real caption?
Real caption.
Yeah. Can you read it on the bottom left side, bottom right side?
Where do you think he is?
No, no,
I
no. In the photo. Look on the bottom left side of the photo.
yeah. A knocker up, waking up his. I don't see
No?
a knocker.
Let me see if I can make it go a little higher. Can you
Yes.
see it now?
Yes. A knocker up, waking up his clients. This was the alarm clock. I can see of the
Oops.
early 20th century.
Very good. Does that surprise you, Kerem?
Yes, I surprised because it's weird for me.
This was the alarm clock 100 years ago. You didn't buy an alarm clock. You paid this guy to knock on your window with a stick and say, "Get out of bed."
This is expensive.
And hey, this was a good job.
Yes, it's simple.
A knocker. This was a knocker. So you paid this guy to wake you up by banging on your windows in the morning, because you know you had to get to the factory, right? And you know what's weird about this? This is like 100 years ago, and there's no plants or vegetation on the street. There's no trees. There's no birds. Look at that. It's like a prison. Isn't that amazing? I don't know where the picture was taken, but I think it's in London. I'm not sure, but I think it's in London. But look at that. There's no trees. There's nothing, no decoration, nothing. So these people were probably pretty poor, right? And they probably had to work at a factory all day, and if they were late, that's it. They lose their job, you know, something rough like that. I don't know. So that's a window knocker, the alarm clock of the 19th and 20th century. And now you know. Now you know. Okay,
Teacher,
student.
how did the knocker know what time it was if alarm clocks didn't exist?
You mean who knocked up the knocker?
Yeah.
The knocker up knocked up the knocker. There was a very famous song a long time ago by a guy named Irving Berlin who wrote a song about the bugler in the army. And he said the bugler is the guy who plays the bugle, and wakes everyone up in the army. And he wrote a song that said, how I want to kill the bugler. He doesn't want to get out of bed in the morning. And he says, then I'll kill the other pup, the guy who wakes the bugler up. Who's the knocker up? Who's the knocker up of the knocker? I don't know. Maybe the guy doesn't go to sleep at night. I don't know. Also, how does he get to everyone's window at the same time? What if everyone needs to wake up at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot of knockers. I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know. Or he's got to be really fast. Mr. Jose, tell me what's going on. Tell me what you see in this picture. Our knowledge question.
Yes. I see a woman. He is hanging.
She or she?
She is hanging on a beam. In her face is wearing a mask.
Wearing a mask? Good.
Wearing a mask. And I see that on his left on her left on her left hand she is wearing a ring in her finger.
Very good. Okay, very good. Anything else?
This woman has the mouth open.
Has the mouth open. Yes. Okay. Yeah, she's got to breathe, right? Take a look. I want to give you a few suggestions like this.
Okay.
Instead of saying, let me just erase the question first. I see a woman. Fine. She is hanging on a beam. Great. I don't know if it's a beam or if it's the edge of a pool, but you could say beam. It looks like a beam. In her face. I think you said in her face, but it's on her face.
Ah, on her face. Okay.
On. And in fact, we need to change the order of the words, to be honest with you.
Okay, okay.
You should say something like, she is wearing a mask on her face. Not on her face she is wearing a mask, because that sounds like Spanish.
Okay.
She's wearing a mask on her face. Okay, so we have to put the words in a different order.
Okay.
I see on her left hand she's wearing a ring. Okay, let me change that a little bit.
Okay.
I see she's wearing a ring on her left hand. No, not on her left hand.
No.
Sorry. On her finger. On her finger.
On her finger. Okay.
On a finger. Not her finger. On a finger of her left hand. So what does that mean? She's married, right?
Yes, she's married.
This woman has the mouth open. No, not the mouth. Her mouth. Her mouth.
Her mouth open, okay.
This woman has her mouth open. Okay? Take a look at the changes I made.
Okay, okay.
Can you read that back to me once?
Yes, of course. I see a woman. She is hanging on a beam. She is wearing a mask on her face. I see She's wearing a ring on a finger or of her left hand. This woman has her mouth open.
Good. Not the mouth, but her mouth. And Emmanuel, you've waited a long time. Emmanuel,
Yes, a long
tell
time
me,
that I haven't said a word. Yeah,
Emmanuel, it's your moment now. I want you to
I
tell me
was
what's
I
really
was
happening.
I was wondering if she is a wrestler trying to commit suicide, or she just got married and now she's trying to commit suicide. Uh, it looks like she's in the air. I don't know if I'm wrong.
She does look like a wrestler, like one of
Yeah,
those Mexican wrestlers, the
yeah,
ones that wear a mask.
yeah. It's pretty close, I think. Um, she'll she have a happy face. She has a happy face. I think she's left-handed
Mhm.
because you know that she's got his her ring on her left um hand.
Doesn't everyone wear their wedding ring on the left hand?
I don't know really. I'm just beating the bush.
Okay. I think
um,
she's left-handed. Could be. Okay.
she is a brunette.
hmm Yeah.
Um, uh, she's grabbing some kind of I don't know. I'm thinking she's in the air, hanging and grabbing I don't know, a beam of a helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Uh, I think it's like that. I don't know. I'm, I don't know. I think it's
Could
like
be.
that.
But isn't she? Isn't she? Oh, I see. She's like they're rescuing her from the water. Is that it?
Ah,
They're rescuing her. Ah, like the helicopter is flying down and getting her out of the water. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
so why would a Mexican female wrestler want to commit suicide, Emmanuel?
I don't know why she. I think because she just got married. And now I see that you gave me another fantastic idea. Like she looks like a Baywatch actor. I don't know.
Oh, and she's ashamed of her life from
Or
starring in
maybe,
Baywatch.
yeah, I think she is a Baywatch. I don't know.
Maybe, maybe. Uh, okay. I'll just make a few changes. Instead of a happy face, I'm going to say a smiley face
Oh yeah,
because
that's something
that
interesting. Yeah.
that yellow symbol is called a smiley face. So she has a smiley face on her mask, or it looks like a smiley face. Also, I think she's left-handed because her ring is on her left hand. Not
Oh
because her
maybe.
ring.
Oh,
Wait.
oh
Let me
maybe
just
she just.
let me
Yeah.
just correct one thing here. I think she's left-handed because she's got a ring. Let's say it like that. She's got a ring on her left hand. She's a brunette. She's grabbing. We don't know if she's grabbing. She appears to be grabbing. She
I,
appears.
I, s- I said grabbing, no grabbing. You know grabbing? It's
Grabbing
like
doesn't exist.
grabbing,
Grabbing
like
doesn't exist.
sorry, grasping, grasping.
Grasping. Oh, got it.
I thought I was confused.
Grasping the beam of a helicopter. Okay. So I made a few corrections to your text. Emmanuel, want to find out what's really going on?
Yeah,
Let's find out. Can you read that caption for us?
yeah. A face mask that protected against sun damage in 1920s.
So is she a wrestler?
No, she wasn't.
She's not a wrestler.
No, she's not.
This is what your grandmother used to do to not get a sunburn in the 1920s.
Yeah, I was completely confused and just beating the bush.
You're not beating the bush.
Yeah.
Beating around the bush means you're not saying what you want to say. Like you're going, well, that's beating around the bush. You're I don't know what you're doing. You're guessing, I guess. Speculating. Hey,
Speculating.
listen, let me ask you a question. If that mask, Sylvia, is that clear why she's wearing a mask? Is that clear? Why is she wearing the mask?
It's a kind of swim cap. So
A kind of
swim cap.
a what? I don't understand the word.
Swim cap.
Swim pack?
Cap.
Cap. Oh, a kind of swimming cap.
A swimming cap. Okay.
Oh, it's a kind of swimming cap, except it goes on your face instead of over your hair.
Yes.
Oh, but it's to prevent sunburn. So here's my question. Why doesn't she have it over her arms? Why is it only on her face?
I think the evolution of a swimming cap.
Oh, okay.
The process that it takes to that.
So is this the original swimming cap, or is this what it's going to become?
It was the original one.
Oh, and then we slid it up on top of our hair. Okay, I got it. Okay, one last one. Okay.
Okay.
You notice what these pictures all have in common? What do these pictures all have in common in this class today? What do they all have in common? They're all old. Is it all from
All
the
picture.
You're all in black and white.
They're
One
black
was
and
in
white?
sepia. One was in sepia. I think.
Exactly. So these are all 100-year-old photographs, all of them. Okay? So, let's see. Constantine, what do you see?
I see the building, the water that's falling on.
Water is cascading out the windows.
Yeah.
Cascading out. Excellent.
Maybe someone forget to turn off
The shower.
the shower, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you should be more careful when you flush the toilet because I don't know. I don't know. Natasha, what do you think's really going on in that picture? Is that really a shower, Natasha? What's really going on? Oh, I don't hear Natasha. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, it's okay.
What's really happening, Natasha?
Okay. Wow, I don't know. Looking at the first floor, I think that this building was burned because we can see smoke on his walls, on
On its walls.
its walls. Yes,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe on the last floor were a lot of water because there was burned, and this water then cascade through windows on street. I don't know. Maybe so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. Kerem, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
What if that's not water? What else could it be? If that wasn't water, what else do you think it could be?
What else?
Could that be milk?
Maybe milk, but it's nonsense, I think.
I'll tell you this. What you're looking at is not water. That I can tell you. It's not water.
It's not water. It's
No, it's not.
surprising.
So what do you think it is?
This is a. I don't know. It's a beer.
Ah, very interesting, Karim. Very interesting. Hey, Rohan, if it was alcohol, why would it be flowing out the windows like that? Rohan, if that was alcohol, why would it be going out the windows?
Maybe there was a leakage in the machines that produce alcohol.
Maybe there was a what in the machine? Sorry? Oh, a what?
How do you say that? A hole, a leakage,
A leak?
a leak. Yeah, sorry, a leak.
Ah, maybe there was a leak in a brewery.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Could be. Do we all agree with that? There's a leaking machine? Do we all agree? Cement, do you think it could be another reason? Do you agree that it's a leak, or do you think it's something else? What do you think, Cement?
Maybe it's not water, maybe it's
It's not water, for
something
sure.
like sand.
Sand? Does it look like sand to you?
I don't know. Like.
Cement, I want you to read the caption on the right side.
Alcohol. Okay. Barrels of alcohol were dumped
Dumped.
during the prohibition in Detroit in the 1920s.
So now is the mystery solved, Cement? Why? What is it? And why is it going out of the windows? What is it, Cement? What is it?
Alcohol?
What kind? What do you think it is? I'll give you a cookie if you can name the kind of alcohol.
Name of alcohol?
What kind of alcohol? Is it beer?
No,
Emmanuel
I
says
think
it's beer.
it's water.
It's not water, dude. It's not water. You know what it is? It's probably what the hell do you call it? I forgot the name in English. What do you call? I was going to say aguardente. That's Portuguese. What do you call it in English? Oh my God! I just blanked on the name.
Vodka?
Huh? What?
Vodka?
Yeah, like vodka. It's not vodka, but it's like vodka. It's not Scotch because Scotch has to be aged. This is distilled spirits. That's what I'm trying to say. Like vodka, it's a distilled spirit made in someone's bathtub. You could make gin, you could make vodka, you could make different kinds of anything that you could use and make fast. You would distill the water and different things to make alcohol. And why is it going out? What was prohibition? Sylvia, what was prohibition? Do you remember?
It was a period in US where they can't have alcohol and other, I suppose also cigarette.
Cigarettes? No, I don't think so, but
No?
alcohol for sure. There was a big religious movement and everyone got really upset with the alcohol consumption. So there was a big movement to try to make people moral. So they made alcohol illegal for like 3 years. And it was a disaster. People drank more than before. And they drank alcohol that was completely unsafe because they couldn't get safe alcohol. Because they make this stuff and they put whatever they wanted into it and it was all illegal. So this is, look at all that alcohol going out the window. Wow. Wow. There you go. So now you've got some vocabulary for Prohibition-era alcohol in the 1920s. You've got some vocabulary for whatever she's doing. I don't really know. Skin caps and sunburned. Knockers, window knockers, the alarm clocks of the 19th century. And look at that, the Statue of Liberty. And we learned some language for speculation, like appears to be, seems to be, maybe, perhaps, okay, and lots of other good descriptive words. So not bad at all, not bad. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a link to the photos so that you can look at them later. But I've got all my photos in one place, so I need to make a second presentation, but then I'll send you a copy in your message windows later today. Okay, if I forget, just remind me. Send me a little message if I forget, okay? Great job, everyone. And if you stick around, in 1 minute, I'm going to start language games. In language games, we're going to work on pronunciation. We're going to play a pronunciation game where I give you 2 difficult sounds in English. 2 difficult sounds. And you have to use those sounds to move around a map and get to, you have to give people directions to get to their destination. It's called pronunciation journeys. Okay, that's coming up in just a minute. Bye
Okay.
for now,
Bye,
everyone.
bye.
See you
Bye.
soon.
Take care.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.